Hi everybody, this is Connie Pascal. In the following video, we'll give you a few tips and instructions for taking your certification final exam. The first question I usually get is, when is the exam? So the Test Out LabSim exam will be available for 24 hours on both of the following dates: Wednesday, May 7th, starting at 9 a.m., or Monday, May 12th, also starting at 9 a.m. Again, you decide what time you want to start the exam. Once you begin, you have up to 120 minutes to complete, depending on your exam. So the exam will close at 9 a.m. on Thursday, May 8th, or if you started it on the following Monday, it will close on Tuesday, May 13th. Again, that means you must be done with your exam before this time. So the latest you can begin your exam would be 7 a.m. on those two dates.
So how much time do you have? How many questions? And what should you expect? Again, you'll have 120 minutes to complete the exam once you begin. There will be 11 to 17 LabSim based scenarios, depending on your topic. You will need to perform 4 to 6 tasks per scenario, and the scenarios are just like the ones you practice with on the certification practice tests. So you are taking this test from your home, which is indeed different than the experience you would normally have. So while we're not requiring you to sign an honors pledge, I do want you to be on your honor. So I want you to read this pledge for yourself and affirm that you will not give or receive any unauthorized help on this exam, and that the work that you're going to do will be your own. I want you to complete this exam on your own. You can do it. So a few tips. So tip number 1, prepare your exam space. Create a clear workspace around your laptop. Make sure everything's clean and tidy before you start your exam. Make sure everyone else around you knows that you're taking a timed test and that you should not be interrupted. Have a pen and piece of blank paper available to you. You can jot down notes, and if you have any issues in the exam, or you come across something that you can't explain or get through, jot down where you are in the exam so that we can go to Test Out and see if we can get your issue resolved. Take a bio break before you begin the exam, and of course always have a bottle of water handy. Tip number 2, in taking the exam, do the questions in order. You cannot skip questions or go back to a question once you've gone past that number.
Tip number 3, help. I need to stop or pause my exam. It happens. So to stop or pause your exam or stop the clock, you have two ways. The first way is you can close your browser. There's the large X in the far upper right of your browser. Click on that. Or you can close the Test Out browser tabs, which are the small X's in the tabs on your browser. So that'll stop the clock, stop your exam. So to go back and restart your exam, log back into your Test Out account, go to Certifications, click Resume Exam, and this will take you to where you left off without any time penalty. Caution. Only click the X in the exam screen itself when you're ready for the test to be scored. Tip number 4, help my exam froze or won't load or is slow, etc. So if your exam freezes or is slow loading or won't load, which happens occasionally, try the following fixes and you might have to do all 3. So close out of your browser, that's the X in the far upper right of your browser, so you'll stop the timer on the test. Clear the cache in your local browser and then check to see if you have a pop-up blocker enabled. If you do, disable it. Then log back into Test Out LabSim, and this will take you back to where you left off and you won't have lost any time. So how does grading and scoring work? So it's a little bit tricky. So if you do pass your certification final exam, regardless of the margin, you're going to receive 100% of the 30 points possible for this assignment. Again, passing score for your exam is 1,600 out of 2,000 points. You score 1,600 points on the exam, you get all 30 points possible. If you score 2,000 points, you still get 30 points So that's how that works. If you don't pass your exam, it's not too late. You do get some points. I'll take your percentage score on the test at exam final times 30 points to get a final score. So here's your example. Passing score if your exam is 1600 out of 2000. You score 1340 points. So your final grade for this assignment will be 20 points, which is 1340 divided by 2000 equals 67% times 30 points.
If you have LabSim technical issues or problems, sorry to say I will not be able to help you with technical issues or any test questions. Or if you have those kinds of questions, you'll need to contact Test Out Technical Support directly for help. If you run into technical issues answering or performing a task that you can't resolve, make a note of the question and move on to the next question or task. If you don't pass or you would like to dispute the question, send me an email with the information and I'll take it up with Test Out. They're usually very responsive and agreeable. And down here is the technical, excuse me, the technical support lines and their support hours. So again, they operate, Test Out is in Utah, so it's on Mountain Time, so do be aware of what time they're available. So my last piece of advice for taking the test: if you get panicky, stop and take a few deep breaths and then start again. And if you need a bio break, close out your browser so you can stop the timer on your test.
Here's another quick reminder for you. The threshold for passing your certification final exam is lower than the threshold for passing your practice exam. So if you take a quick look at this chart here, you'll see what your passing score needs to be and what that percentage is on the final exam. Hopefully that'll give you some confidence in your ability to pass the certification final. So it's time to start your test exam. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to log into testout.com and you're going to go to your My Assessments tab. The second thing you're going to do is you're going to find your Test Out course. So scroll down until you find that. And last, you're going to click on Start. And you're off to the races.
So you will find out your score immediately upon submission. And if you pass, you can download your official certification. To do this, go to your course and certifications and click on Actions and select Download Certification. You can print it out yourself or you can order your certification from Test Out for approximately $5.
So I want you to know that if you run into trouble, it's okay to contact me. If you have an urgent issue that you can't solve or you don't know what to do, you can text me. Just don't panic. Just know that we can resolve almost any issue. I cannot, however, help you with technical issues or if you can't get the right answer. That's an issue that you'll either have to take up with Test Out or figure out yourself. So here's the deal. I will be available by text on May 7th and on May 12th from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. And if you decide to take your test after 10 p.m., you can still text me, but I'll get back to you in the morning. So text me at 609-865-7925. Please include your name in the text and I'll call you back.
So 2 more things. I'm committed to helping you get through this class, and trust yourself. You know more than you think you do. So with that, good luck.